Looks pretty unassuming, doesn't it? But it's the door to the first boss. Welcome back, everybody. We are about to fight the boss of the Deku Tree. Well, I mean, not like the Deku Tree's boss, like in a hierarchy of people on a, like, in a pecking order or something. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Man, I'll tell you, the first time I played this, it was at night. And, I was in my living room all alone and it was dark. Because I had no lights on. Obviously, that's what happens when you turn them off. And, I was like 12 and, man, the mist in here. Well, I think it actually goes away a little bit once the door closes, but this looks so cool. Better on, like, an original TV. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but play these old games on old CRT TVs. They look infinitely better. Anyway, we can hear something going on in here. It doesn't sound good. First person view. Ah! Okay. Kokaku Kiseiju Goma! Oh, you're gonna die. Huh. Well now, how quaint. I hit her with 2 Deku stick jump attacks, so... Oh boy. We got him... Oh, there we go. Red. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Do not hatch your absurd spawn. You wench! Oh, fine then. I'll deal with you if I have to. That was pitiful. Ah, so you've come down to play. I'm going to pulverize you until there's nothing left! Oh, I'm so obnoxious. And just like that, the first enemy has fallen. The first big enemy, anyway. And just like I said, nothing left. A heart container! Our first heart container! Oh my gosh. Your life energy is totally filled. Well, I mean, I didn't take any damage. There's like grass around here that you can cut. Well, it shouldn't give me rupees. It should give me hearts. I wonder if the drops change based on the situation you're in. But I guess now it's time to listen to the Deku Tree. This episode, I think, is going to be 1 part action, 1 part story time. I don't know if any of you ever feel like this, but I'm always under the impression that no one has any real interest in what I have to say. And that goes both ways, though, because I don't really care about a lot of what I hear. But neither party seems to lose any sleep over it, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. That's right. I am courageous. And in equal parts obnoxious. No. Well, no, I don't. You never told me that. I saved you, right? I saved you? Right? Wicked man of the desert. So Hyrule Historia sort of explains that recently the kingdom was engulfed in war, and Zelda's father, the king of Hyrule, recently unified the country, and now they're sort of working towards peacetime. And so that's why currently Ganondorf is, under a facade of false loyalty, swearing fealty to the king, because, you know, the fighting has recently ceased. And so that's where we are right now. That's why things are sort of just like... The attacks on all the regions are sort of kicking off. But anyway, this history of, I guess, divinity here in Hyrule is kind of cool. I always liked this shot right here. My voice, oh gosh, sorry about that. I could wait until I'm fully well, but I just don't want to. I'm sorry. My god, stop laughing like that. I'd never do that in real life. Oh, did you hear that? My voice is just terrible. McDonald's recently introduced this new Oreo Frap, and it is so good. But it's really expensive for a McDonald's drink. Speaking of the last goddess, is it Faror or Farore? Like, is it supposed to be a Japanese word, like, in pronunciation, or... I can never decide. Like, Din and Nehru are fine, but... I love the word Providence. What was the serial number for Raoul Cruset's Gundam? Was it ZGMF X666S X Providence? Wait, I can't remember. I really like Gundam Seed. Yes, we must never allow him to touch the Triforce. Yep, that's never gonna happen because we won't let it, right? You know, I said I was gonna try to show you all of Navi's explanations for enemies, but I didn't scan the Deku Scrubs. Like, what the heck, man? We'll be seeing more of them in the future, but they're hostile and, like, evil, I guess. I don't know. And I'm not sure if that was the case for the ones inside the Deku Tree. They were just sort of like... I don't know, it's as if they were like just defending their territory, and their coloration is different. So yeah, the Princess of Destiny. It's funny, in the manga, well actually, I was gonna mention someone's name, but we're gonna meet him like very soon, so I'm not gonna bother. Anybody else think that the spiritual stones look so much better in the N64 version? They look like crap in the 3DS version. I don't care what anyone says. This is gorgeous right here. And I remember... I'm actually sort of... My TV stand is different and my TV is different, but right now I'm sitting on the floor in front of a low, old TV stand holding a CRT. That's how I'm watching this game right now. And this is basically how I was when I first saw this as a kid at night. See, like, originally when I played this with my friend, the one I told you about before, I didn't have a memory card for my GameCube, so we could only play as far as we could get, and we couldn't save. And for whatever reason, we couldn't figure out, like, the Deku Tree, which is hilarious because, I mean, it's so pitifully easy. But we couldn't get past it in the time that I had at his house. But then, like, later that night, I played it and beat it. And then he gave me the stone, and they were like, hey, you can leave the forest now, go to Hyrule Castle. And I remember reaching Kakariko Village and thinking I was so far in the game. And, I mean, of course, I'm nowhere close to being anywhere. But, anyway, I suppose it's a bit disrespectful for me to be just telling old stories while the Deku Tree dies. But... Did he die? Yeah, in the manga, all of the Kokiri gather around the Deku Tree. before he dies, sort of like the Grand Elder on Earth with the Namekians in Dragon Ball. But yeah, so Deku Tree's dead. He's given us his last wish, I suppose. He's imparted his knowledge of the impending doom looming over our beautiful land of Hyrule. Even though, if Orden is any indication, Kokiri Forest isn't even, like, part of Hyrule proper. Where are you going? To the castle? Where's the castle? Well, I'll show you. I'm on like the Ocarina of Time manga kick right now, so I might mention it a lot, but Link has like a great sense of wanderlust. I'm not just gonna try to leave, I am. But yeah, so besides, like, in the game you're sort of just like told to do it, and you want to do it as a player, but you don't really know how Link feels about all of this. And actually, you know what? Let's go to the Lost Woods for a second here. Yeah, you don't know how Link feels like about this destiny that's sort of hoisted on him. But in the manga, they sort of make it out to be a bit better by giving him this internal desire to actually quest and see the world. That's one of his motivations for doing what he does. Even though, you know, there's also like the tons of cute girls that he runs into. So here's another upgrade. But yeah, I always thought that Link was sort of tragic in the sense that, like, this was just what he was supposed to do. Here's the, like, good Deku Scrubs, you know? The other ones that we're gonna see later in the game seem evil. And I don't know if I can scan them in the same way. I don't know, I don't like to use that word scan, but it's the only one I can think to describe the way, like, Navis function in that sense. Woohoo! 10 more seeds, which is cool. The, you know, ranged weapons are awesome. The slingshot, I guess, is a lot better in Ocarina than it is in freaking Twilight Princess, where it's just put there because Ocarina of Time had a slingshot. That's not entirely true, but it sort of is. I mean, it's completely superannuated by the bow, which you get, like, in the second dungeon. Anyway. Okay, so it's time to leave the fort. The fort. Okay. And this scene has never connected with me emotionally in the way that they were going for. It's so much better in the manga. Yes, I know. Shut up about the manga, but seriously, do it. Read it, please. I urge you. Lots of cutscenes. We're not even done. There's going to be another one after this. Yeah, I'm different. My clothing is emerald and yours is like a light green. So, you know, definitely some major differences here between us. Sorry, I'm sorry. I want you to have this piece of meat. It's a chicken breast, to be exact. Huh. It changed color. It seemed like he left it out for a bit. That's a time skip. You better freeze that, because I don't know what the due date is on that thing. You know, I would have never talked about chicken breasts like 5 years ago. Like, I've been eating a lot of, like, real food lately, and I used to live off of, like, microwave shit, you know, like Pizza Pops and Hungry Man dinners and crap. I wonder what that green thing is on the icon there. Is it, like, some sort of Kokiri symbol? Excuse me. When you play my ocarina, I hope you'll think of me and come back to the forest to visit. Goodbye, Saria. The reason I never cared for this scene much is because, like, literally you can go back to this forest at any time. I mean, you're sort of on an urgent errand, or series of errands, so you really shouldn't be fucking around too much. but I mean, it's a video game. You can do whatever you want. There's no time limit. We're not at Majora's Mask yet. And even there, why do I have this stupid map on? This is the worst map in history, okay? Maybe not in history. There's probably some worse maps, but any hoot. Hoot. Get it? Because it's relevant. See? Look, watch. See? There's an owl there. Wow, that's a cool thumbnail. What are you looking at? Is that guy looking at me? Can he see me? No, he can't see me. Yes, I can see you. I used to call him Kai Pora Gai Bora because I thought the phonetics were Japanese, but it turns out it's just Kai Pora Gai Bora, which I'm not entirely comfortable having the sound gay appear in his name. Oh, I never knew he had green eyes. Or are they like what's the color? I can't think of it right now. God, I'm stupid. Anyway, this owl here, everyone hates him, but he's apparently an old friend of the Deku Tree in the manga, which I like that idea. The reason that he watches over Link in the manga is because he's sort of like looking out for him on behalf of his old friend, and you know, he died just now, so it's like, well, you know, yeah, I'll do it. But it's like, there's also the fact that he's a sage, like the reincarnation of a sage, or it's not really too clear because that sage is still alive, or maybe he's not and he's just a spirit, but how can he be a spirit and a different entity reincarnated at the same time with like the same will and all that? I don't even know. Anyway, I could have backwalked to get to Hyrule Castle quicker. Or before the sunset, anyway, but I was too busy talking, and now I have to fight stall children. Now, where's that fairy ocarina? I'm not sure exactly what I should do. Lon Lon Ranch, huh? Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna explore and get some heart pieces. And such. And maybe do a side quest or two, who knows? Oh, that was cool. Oh, you suck. He hit me. You know what I'm about to hit you with? The ending. Abruptly. With no goodbye.